The show, Regulate Dollar Short News live and direct where we ride for respect. Smash the like, the share, the subscribe, and all that good stuff so you be tuned in to the latest and the greatest. Hit that notification bell so you be notified every time I drop, and you can tell a friend. Like we always do at this time. Y'all already know. On my way to it. I don't have long. Please smash the like, the share, and the subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you dig it, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Today is Sunday, February the 15th, 2026. It's got a ring to it. I'm stocking this stuff. You know what I mean? It's going to be a time. Let me take this. Put a 1 in the chat if you can still hear me. Put a 1 because my auxiliary cord is tripping. This phone is tripping. I actually need to buckle down and buy me a new phone and stop being a cheap ass. Because this one is just done. It's donezo. But anywho, enough about me. How y'all doing out there? Y'all straight? I hope everybody had a pleasant Valentine's Day. Hope you got to love on your loved ones the way you're supposed to. Your kids, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever the case may be or see, right? The Kern County activities was activated last night, and there was a lot of things going on out here in the town. I went downtown a little bit. Well, I didn't go there. Yeah, I did. Excuse me. My thoughts. I did go downtown, but I was at work. You know what I'm saying? I was driving. And I saw that it was a lot of people out, a lot of people having fun, a lot of people with their significant others, chilling, doing what, making it do what it do. I hope that everybody made it back safe. But you know, this is the Day Late Dollar Short News, so we got to speak on some news topics. You know, I saw an article today in Florida. The Floridians. Some of the Floridians don't agree with this, and I want to get y'all thoughts on it, man. They say that if you happen to be pulled over and suspected of a crime, that you will be ran through the ICE database, right? And even legal citizens can be detained under this new law in Florida. I don't know all the gist and the details of it, but that's just like the catalyst of what I was talking about. What's going on, chat? What's happening with the chat? What's going on with the chat, man? So like, share, subscribe to the channel. Hope that you all had a beautiful night last night. I'm taking my salt rock head ass to work as usual. You already know, man. If you mess with the Mose in the morning show, man, this is what we do. Get up and get to it, man. And we talk a little bit about the news, a little bit about current events. And right now we're talking about a video that I saw and an article that I read in Florida. Oh, thank you for the sub, man. I appreciate you. About Floridians, if you get stopped and pulled over in Florida, they run you through the ICE database. You know, if you're a migrant, of course they bouncing your ass up out of here. But even birthright citizens are being detained in Florida, according to what I've read in the video that I watched. So that's kind of crazy. Oh, out here it's 7:47 a.m. in Bakersfield, California, man. What time is it where you at? And another question I was posing to ask, man, what's a good state in the United States of America to live in? If you're trying to save money, if you're trying to build wealth, you know, I was gonna do a whole video on this, right? I just decided I'd do it live, y'all. What city, state, county, town do you live in, and how much is your rent? You know, how much do you pay for rent? you know? And how much money do you have left over after you pay bills? After you pay bills, how much money do you have left over? Because I know everybody ain't doing bad as California. We doing bad out here. People trying to front and stunt like they, you know, like they up and they having it their way. But most people who live in California, you know, they live in check to check, especially if you live in Southern California or Northern California. The only places that's feasible is Central California, Bakersfield, Fresno, Madera, Visalia, Hanford, and even it's even getting expensive out there. But if you live in Northern California, damn, Northern California, if not more expensive than Southern California, it's just about the same thing. You know, you look at places like San Jose. San Jose is one of the most expensive places, you know, in the world to live. San Jose, San Francisco, Oakland, you know what I'm saying? You got Marin County, you got all of that stuff out there, man. You got Martinez, California. It's a lot of places out there that, you know, people that used to have a lot of money, they in the poorhouse, because when the Silicon Valley bubble bursted, a lot of people who were having it their way, they ended up moving back to Oakland. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those people, they ended up moving to Sacramento. And that's why you see that meme of that woman who was on her phone. She called the police on these black men who were outside having a barbecue because it was a culture shock to her. She wasn't used to seeing multiple black people outside like that. Oh, she only seen it in the movies because her husband was well off and they were rich, and I'm not giving her an excuse for her ignorance, but that's just the harsh reality of it. A lot of those people who had money and was having it their way, when that Silicon Valley bubble bursted, they ended up, you know, in the poorhouse with the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? That harsh reality set in. It's like the movie Trading Places. And they couldn't deal with it. Well, you know, when the Silicon Valley was popping, it was when the Silicon Valley was popping, they had the WW market, you know, the World Wide Web. That's what cracked it off, and people were making websites left and right. People were getting rich off of making websites. And then that market got saturated, you know, and now it's because of the AI. You know, you can make a website with AI, but it fell before AI. You know, the Silicon Valley bubble bursted right before AI like fully just kicked in. And a lot of people that were having it their way, they just couldn't afford the lifestyle that they were living. But the next Silicon Valley bubble is AI. If you can figure out how to configure your AI to making it do what you want it to do, that's the wave of the future, man. It's the wave of the future, man. You got to get up on it now. You got to get up on it now. It's fully in motion. They still making kinks and twists to it, but they about to outsource the human. Ain't gonna be no more fishing for your fish, man. You know, if you don't know how to work that AI, they're gonna have to do that universal based income, UBI, where they have to pay everybody a certain amount of money a month. That's coming in the near future. Be on the lookout for that. Because there's not too many jobs that AI is not going to take. Like what I'm doing right now, it's going to be around for a minute. I'm going to be able to do what I'm doing sustainably for a minute. Before it's like the fast food industry, we all know that's done. You know, manual labor, a lot of the manual labor, the warehouses, that's cooked. If you got a warehouse job, you might got about 5 to 10 years left. 5 to 7 years. If you got a warehouse job, pack it up. Hey, what's happening? What's going on? What's going on with it? Terry Brewer in the building. Salute to you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. What it do? Savage Studios, man. We talking about AI and how it's revolutionize the working market, and pretty soon they're gonna have to have universal base income where they have to pay everybody in the near future to sustain society. It's not gonna be no more jobs. In the next 5 to 7 years, warehouse jobs will be obsolete. Amazon is already phasing people out of their job. I know y'all been watching the news. Tyson's Chicken. When I moved to Tennessee, I got hired. Excuse me. I got hired at Tyson's Chicken when I moved to Tennessee. I had moved to Tennessee for a little bit, and man, they employ like their whole city, their heartbeat in Union City and all the surrounding areas of Tennessee. They thrive off of that Tyson's Chicken, man. There's so many people that work there. They laid off like 70,000 people. So that's the main source of not only income for people out there, right? But also, thank you. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. But also the way that people eat. 70,000 people. There's a Tyson's processing plant in Tennessee. That's not the only. I think a couple of them shut down. Might do a video on that tonight, man. Thank you. You know, I'll be coming up with ideas as I go live with y'all. But yeah, man, it's tragedy. So we got to figure it out. We got to figure out this machine. We got to figure out this machine. We got to figure out how we can sustain, how we can float, man, as human beings, because the machine is taking over. The machine is taking over. And human beings are helping the machine take over. And pretty soon, the machine was going to try to phase out the human being. But hey, man, you know, I hate to end it here, man. I made it to my destination. Y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. We'll tap back in with y'all later on this afternoon. Said, look, we got to get it in. You already know, man. I'm off Tuesday, so I'm going to hit you. We up out of here.